Welcome, everybody. How we doing? Nice to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. Welcome to True Talk. I am John Cancio, and this is my crew. Right? That's right. Well, we have another show for you today. Today is not just Psychic Day, it's Guy Psychic Day. So what does that mean? That means we have all male psychics on the show. You ladies like that, right? Yes, definitely. They like that. So before we get started with our first psychic, I just want to say to check out my YouTube page. It's youtube.com/SpanishJC. Check out some of my videos and my website, johncancio.com. We go right into it. Our first psychic on Guy Day is Reverend Tom Kearns. Thank you for being here, Tom. I really appreciate that.
Thank you for the invitation.
And you were on once before a few years back.
That's correct.
And you are Reverend Tom Kearns. So tell us, what
correct.
does the Reverend mean?
I'm a spiritualist minister. I've been ordained in the spiritualist religion, studied the Morris Pratt Institute course of spiritualism, and you have to take tests and prove your abilities and understand the deeper meanings of the religion and things of that nature. So it was about a 4-year process.
So it is a religion to you?
Oh, yes.
So you take this very
seriously.
seriously.
First of all, spiritualism is a religion that started in this country with the Rochester rappings in 1848. So it's actually a homegrown religion. And at the same time, a very interesting point is that the Mormon religion started right outside of Rochester around the same year. So there was something going on.
And your big specialty is astrology. That's what you focus on the most.
Well, there's really big differences with the astrology and the psychic or spiritual readings. The astrology is a language of its own. When you're dealing with spirit contact or with the psychic, there's no one particular language. So, for instance, if I'm familiar with astrology, so spirit will show me sometimes astrological symbolism for people that I'm reading for, because they know I have that knowledge, and they know that that's a very quick way to get information to me. Sometimes they show me a tarot card. Now, I studied tarot a long time ago, but I'll know some basic meaning. So they will use whatever method to get through to you to help the person that you're reading for.
So it's true that our sign really does reflect who we are?
Oh, much more so than most people think.
Wow.
Well, when I do a chart for somebody, it's like almost 50 pages typewritten.
Wow. And you have a large library on YouTube of all kinds of videos, right?
Yeah.
And over 1 million views.
Yeah. Well, actually, with all my channels, about 1.5 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you are known as the Albany Psychic.
I don't know if that's what I am known as, but I'm professor of astrology on a lot of the stuff that I do on YouTube, and my website is Professor of Astrology.
Oh, okay. And can you tell me anything about Virgos? Because I'm a Virgo.
Yes, you're just such a wonderful person.
Oh, I love that answer. You're my favorite, Tom.
Until the next guy.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take some questions from the audience. I do want to get a couple in. So who has questions for Tom Kearns? Let's start off all the way in the back. Stand on up. Hi, what's your name?
Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. What would you like to ask?
Well, my husband's in a little difficult situation right now, and I'm just wondering which way do you think that situation might go, like bad or good?
Okay, well, I think the questions that John had told me were going to be general questions about the psychic, not particular. So if there's a whole different aspect.
Okay, so give us an idea of
when you said to me that you wanted to have questions, and I said, what about? You said, oh, general questions. So if somebody wants to know something about spiritualism or the psychic or astrology or how it works, that's fine. When I come to you in a message, I'll tell you whatever I feel with you.
Okay.
When you ask me a question, you force me to use my conscious mind. That takes me out of the psychic.
Okay, so what can you tell this lady?
My husband was born in November 28th.
All right, so he's a Sagittarian.
Yeah.
What time of day was he born, do you know?
I'm not sure what time.
You won't give me
Might be in the morning.
You won't
That's
give me
it.
the right time of day.
You weren't there, were you?
No, I weren't. I wasn't there.
Well, in
no.
actuality,
So-
there's a lot of very big changes happening, and what I would say to you is that two of the biggest are Uranus, which is in Aries, and that is going to be helping Sagittarians, and Pluto, which is in Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is the sign next to Sagittarius, and he most likely could have a planet or two in that sign. And if one of those planets are being hit, then he would have a hard time. But I'd really need to see his chart, and that's based on his time, date, and place of birth.
Wow, that didn't help.
Well,
Thank you very much.
that's the way I work. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Okay, so give us an idea of what an appropriate question would be, because I think we're all a little confused, right? Are we confused?
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. If somebody wants to know something about their sign or something of that nature, or what's happening astrologically, I'd be more than happy to answer that
Okay,
question.
so who wants to do that? Okay, let me
Whoop.
get on through. Stand down up. Hi, what's your name?
Susan,
Hi, Susan.
I know what time I was born.
You do?
Ah.
Okay. So let's start off with your birthday.
11/13/58.
Okay, so you're Scorpio. And what time of day?
It was 10:55 at night.
At night. Okay, so you probably would be, I would say, maybe Capricorn or Sag rising. So, no?
Leo.
Excuse me?
Leo.
Okay, well, trying to do it off the top of my head. If you are a Scorpio right now, you're in a very, very important time period. Do you know what house your sun is in your chart? Fourth house? Okay. What is happening is Saturn, who is called the Lord of Karma in astrology, is going through the fourth house. So it's actually a time for you to going very deep within yourself and building new emotional foundations. You've been in a time period of actually weakness for the past 7 years, and that's about to change, and you're going to be on an upslope. And in about 7 years from now, there's a real big change that comes to you as Saturn will square your sun, and that'll happen in the 7th house of partnerships and coming before the public, and that changes everything for you. So you're really starting a new upward cycle.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much. Give him a hand, everybody.